Tonight, the latest on the trial for the Huguenot High School graduation shooting. The accused gunman, Amari Pollard, is now facing a judge. Thanks for joining us for 8 News at 6. I'm Eric Phillips.
I'm Roland Wilson, in for Deanna Albritton tonight. 8 News has followed this all day. We have reporters Autumn Childress and Sierra Krug both joining us tonight, breaking down everything that is happening now.
We will get to Sierra in just a moment, but first, Autumn, we want to begin with you. What have you learned throughout the course of the day?
Well, Eric, Roland, as you know, this is certainly a high-profile case. 20-year-old Amari Pollard facing a first-degree murder charge in that deadly shooting outside of the Altria Theater last June. Now, the trial has wrapped up for today, but we've heard opening arguments from the prosecution and the defense. We've also heard from 3 witnesses, really giving us a clearer idea of what happened that day. Now, again, Amari Pollard is facing first-degree murder in the shooting death of Shawn Jackson. Jackson's stepfather, Renzo Smith, was also shot dead that day, but that charge has been dropped, citing a lack of evidence. Again, we heard opening arguments, prosecutors tonight saying this was an intentional and malicious killing. They say Pollard and Jackson had an ongoing dispute, and when Pollard saw Jackson at graduation, they say he went to his car, got a gun, then approached Jackson and shot him 6 times. However, the other side tonight says that is simply not true. The defense says Pollard was acting in self-defense. Attorneys say Shawn Jackson and his stepfather, Renzo Smith, approached the defendant after graduation, flashed their guns, then chased him, and only then did Pollard feel threatened and open fire. The defense also saying tonight it was one of Jackson's friends who shot and killed the stepfather. Now, we've heard witness testimonies from Huguenot's former principal, as well as another graduate from that day and a minor who was grazed by a bullet. But there is a lot of anticipation about a 90-minute video that the defense says will show exactly what happened. So a lot of details coming in tonight, but we do know that Shawn Jackson's mother, Tamika Jackson Smith, will take the stand tomorrow. Important to note that a judge said she could not be in the courtroom leading up to her testimony because, again, she is a witness. He said that could interfere with the integrity of the trial. And I also want to make note tonight of Amari Pollard's demeanor throughout this trial. As the defense was going through their opening argument, he was visibly upset, shaking in his seat. But as the trial wrapped up for the day, as he was being escorted out, he was smiling and waving at his family, who said that they loved him. So of course we'll continue following this, but for now I'll send it over to 8 News reporter Sierra Krug, who will talk about the 4-hour-long jury selection and what else we can expect this week. Sierra.
Autumn, that's right. A lot of new information there, and it's only day 1. Now, as you said, 3 witnesses did already take the stand, but it's important to highlight that the bulk of today was spent trying to find an impartial jury. Now, that's what it's called when both attorneys can agree that the group of people they've selected are going to be able to responsibly and fairly hear the case. Jury selection alone took about 5 hours, although lengthy. 8 News legal analyst Russ Stone says this is fairly normal for a case like this. Jurors are not supposed to have significant knowledge of any case they're called for, so this standard was very tricky to meet for a case of this scale. About halfway through the process, the judge even acknowledged that for any potential jurors who hadn't figured it out, this was the infamous shooting following Huguenot High School's graduation last June that made national headlines. I saw one potential juror's jaw physically drop and others scanned the room, staring directly at the defendant. Throughout questioning, jurors had to confirm they weren't biased in any way on fronts like law enforcement testimony, and especially that they didn't know details about this case. This took quite a few waves of private questioning. That's because each time the judge asked people to raise their hands if they had read up on the case in the past, nearly every hand would shoot up. As far as what's to come, both teams plan to hit the ground running early tomorrow. They'll be calling witnesses, and we will, of course, keep you updated. For now, live in Richmond, Sierra Krug, 8 News.
All right, Sierra, thanks very much. Now, keep in mind this trial is expected to last for 5 days. Our crews will be reporting directly from the courtroom, giving you the latest updates. So scan the QR code on your screen right now for details into the investigation of the shooting, and be sure to stay with us both on air and online as we work to learn more throughout the week.